So, what an amazing day of trading it was today on Tuesday, price action, right? So, let's get right to the nitty gritty. If you got any questions, just put them in below. So, what we have here, we have 8:30 news, right? So, if we go over here, 8:30 news happens, right? Now, 8:30 moves happen, 9:30 right here. So, we're looking at, remember, this zone from here to here is 9:30 to 12:30, right? 9:30 opens bearish. It comes down. It sweeps 8:30 lows. Comes up, creates a bullish order block. Price comes into it, displaces away, sweeps this initial high right here. Okay, comes back down, bounces at the first percentage fair value gap. Displaced higher a little bit, didn't sweep, didn't have the willingness to come sweep, and it just displaced lower. Now we have the order block, bullish candle, and aggressive close below, coupled with the first percentage fair value gap, displacement down, sweep of this leg, comes back up to so it can rebalance to an inefficiency, displaces lower, takes sell side. Now we got right here, we have a breaker. But first, before we get the breaker, we see it's consolidating, right? It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? So now at around 10:30, we get a low, high, lower low, higher high in an area where we're expecting it to bounce from. That's why we get the breaker here, coupled with the order block. This is where I got into my long right here. This is where I got into my long right here off the breaker. So I was waiting for an initial rebalance into this breaker right here. I didn't get it on this first touch right here, right? It came back to the breaker, tapped it just enough, displaced away, right? Creating the bullish order block, coupled with coupled with the breakaway, right? Above the first percent fair value gap, targeting this buy side liquidity up here. As we see here that it didn't get all the way up here, right? This is basically where I caught my long, but I was targeting right here, okay? And that's how I made my money off my play. But then I originally took a small loss also. But let's get right back to the play. We caught the breaker, displaced higher, then it started bouncing off the first percentage fair value gap, right? And then that's how we got TP up here. Then after that, we got 12 o'clock coming down now. This is what you don't want to see. Prices just consolidate. Price action is just consolidating, right? You don't want to see price action consolidating around key levels. So you're seeing it every time. Let's focus on this purpose and fair value gap. Every time it leaves it, it comes right back to it. Right back to it. Right back to it. This is what you call right here where you really don't want to trade because it's low resistance because price keeps coming back to key levels. You don't want to see that. Just like a new day or a new week opening gap, you want to see price get traded through. You want to see price get traded to and through and go away, not come back, right? Like it's a VWAP or like it's an indicator. So this was the price action from 9:30 to 12. I caught my play right here. Then I caught initially stopped out up here somewhere, right? But I finished the day green. And like I said, I trade live every single day, right? I trade ICT strategies. So everything from a breaker to an order block to an inverse to a valley and everything is like that. Everything inverse, right? Coupled with a whole bunch of, biases and sweeps and internal and external liquidity, right? Because remember, the market does four things. It hunts the liquidity, it generates the liquidity, it rebalances with inefficiency, and it rebalances with equilibrium, right? So today wasn't really a great day. I know a lot of people probably like got a lot of losses today because why? It kept just coming back. It was no real continuation. This was the only continuation play right here off this breaker. After it opened, came up, came down, and then just ran away. Right? A lot of people wouldn't be able to catch these plays because you have to understand order flow, understand what price was talking about, and what price was creating. right? I was only able to catch these plays right here, but it was late. The play I caught was like around 11 o'clock, right? But you got to be patient. Remember, the four key components to be a profitable day trader are: you need to be patient, you have a good risk management, discipline, and a good setup. Okay, so this is trade. This is Tuesday's price action recap. Okay, so catch y'all on the rebound. If you got any questions, just comment below and let's get it.